What is your idea of servicing and helping others and being there in service to others in this present day of the information age?
That's a great question. I think just the fact of being of service is part of what's coming in I believe, the new paradigm of social relating that's coming across this planet. It's waking up. Our culture has been more self-focused and worried about their own selfish goals and agendas. And I believe that what's changing is that people are able to now see that serving a consensus or a group common goal with what their gift is within that is really where there's so much more fulfillment and so much more positive effect that comes from it. Instead of trying to convince or manipulate or coerce others to go with your program, with your agenda, and having limited results, when one can see how they can align with or support and cooperate and collaborate with a greater mission, a greater goal, where their agenda fits inside that, it's really a powerful result and much more holistic in its benefits as well.
You see this being done in small communities such as Sebastopol, Fairfax, Bolinas, and these places are looked upon as being the woo-woo people, the people that are on the fringes of society, where I see that as really being the natural state of really what is the right order to be in. It seems to me that's what looks normal on a crazy day, basically. I love that saying and that expression.
Yeah.
And the normal is what is the crazy. And it's now looked upon as being normal. And what is normal about walking and feeling so separate from everybody? What is normal about that? It's basically, that's become an attitude, a way that we have now conditioned ourselves to believe in and to be like. What is normal about stepping over a homeless person and averting your eyes when you see that homeless person because you get nervous, because you can't be there, and the energy of they on the sidewalk sleeping there or with their hand out begging for food, for money, it makes you nervous.
Yeah.
To me, that is not normal. Normal is, even if you don't give something to that person, you connect with that person.
Well, feeling that connection, that fellow feeling, I think is also part of that new paradigm that's wakening up and happening. And the woo-woo people, they're a lot more than just in this area. I get my website and my Facebook pages, I get contacted from people from all around the world. Many, hundreds of people a day on my website. And I've had many people come from different countries and different places in the United States to come and have sessions with me and do work with me. And I know that I've connected with fellow sexual healers, Dakas and Dakinis in different parts of the world as well. So there's a great movement that's happening. There's a great waking up that's going on. And I think it's just going to get better and better and better.
And it's free. I mean, talk about the health care and all that, the reforming. I mean, it's free. It's free access. We all own our own sexual sacred energy, and basically, it's more potent than any pill, Viagra, or any other pill that you can take. It's basically tapping into energy that really has probably never been tapped into before, that people are not aware of.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because one of the things that kind of goes with all of this that's not widely known is once you clear these things from yourself and you can feel more of who you are and have this freeness in your expression and your experience of your intimate self, your sensuality and your sexuality, there's a transcendent effect that happens. And often it happened to me, and I've seen it happen to others, where there's this catapulting of spiritual awareness that goes with it. And people's lives change dramatically in that their awareness raises, their consciousness raises more and more and more, and they become whole new people. It's almost as if this is the key that unlocks the door for this new paradigm to come through and facilitate this great transition that's going on. I don't think it's solely responsible for it, but it's definitely facilitating it.
Define what you mean by spiritual. I mean, there's a lot of different understandings and takes on that.
Our connection to the divine. And for so long, sexuality has been devoid or separated from spirituality. And yet we know from archaeological digs and ancient understanding of ancient cultures and so forth, that thousands of years ago it was quite common that spirituality and sexuality went hand in hand. They had no concept of them being separate or different. So what we're discovering now is the truth of that in this elevated and more aware sexual experience, the divine enters in, the divine comes through, and you feel within yourself your connection to the divine, but you more importantly see it in your beloved. So the connection that you have is no longer based on these superficial ego personality needs, and the other completes me and I need to have this and that to be happy and feel good. Now you're relating as divine entities that see each other's soul essence when you are together, and the respect for each other goes through the roof, the consideration, the generosity, all of that just expands. So relating to your beloved will totally change as well once that you've cleared these things and have a enhanced understanding of who you are as a sexual being, and allowing yourself to feel all of who you are, your divinity within. So that's the spiritual aspect of it. It's not a dogmatic thing. It encompasses any belief system that's out there.
It sounds to be like the highest form of what love is. Instead of just learning about it, you're giving it, you're sharing it, you're celebrating it, you're being it. And that beingness of it, that's the highest form of what is possible of the attainment, of giving that gift to each other.
So you can see how that would transform somebody.
Absolutely. Let's speak about some of the people you worked with, without naming them, different clients that you've worked with. What experiences have you seen in, for instance, one that would stand out? And they don't necessarily have to be people who are very traumatized from incest or rape victims or what have you. Just
well, that has been my experience with many clients, that there is something very traumatic that they're working with and trying to overcome. And I'm not a trained psychologist or anything, so I don't go that far with it. I do work sometimes with psychologists in tandem so that there's a holistic addressing of issues, especially very strong, deep issues that someone's dealing with. And I also have clients who, let's say, a woman who's been celibate for many years, and she starts dating, but she doesn't want to just go into any sexual encounter with a man right abruptly. So she might have some sessions with me to become accustomed again of being with a man's energy without there being a relationship encumbrance or expectations of any kind of reciprocity in our engagement, where I can just give to her and help her feel her sensual energy expand and be comfortable with it again.
So it'd be like a dress rehearsal.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Beautiful.
And I've also been, I've also had clients who are, let's say, gay and lesbian. I do work with men. And so a woman who's lesbian who is curious about a man's energy, but doesn't want to go down to the bar and pick somebody up and not know what's going on, or doesn't have any friends that she feels that she can relate to and ask this of, she can have a session with me and feel what that's like. Again, without the encumbrances that go with other dynamics. And again, with men, heterosexual men will have sessions with me with being curious about what it's like to be with a man in a sensual environment. Again, I don't have sex with my clients, but it's a very sensual environment that's happening, so they can get a good hit on what it feels like for them without, you know, trying to find a gay man to, you know, have a date with or anything like that they're not familiar or comfortable with. And then I've had sessions with gay men who are curious about Tantra and want to know more about their sexual energy. And so I can facilitate that for them as well. And then couples. As I mentioned before, couples are one of the favorite sessions that I have because it's so rewarding to see the block or whatever is going on for them clear and feel the two of them come together and have a deeper sense of their love and connection with each other. Or sometimes I'm a treat where the husband would like the wife to receive a massage from him and me at the same time. So she's just getting a birthday treat or something. Or vice versa, the wife might like to know a little bit more about certain techniques or certain things about her husband's body or about Tantra or something. So in the moment there, I can help them out with what's going on, and I can notice things that are happening that they're maybe not seeing, that they wouldn't learn from a book or a DVD. But with me there, I can help them clear that or learn more or things like that. So.
It must be beautiful to be able to witness so much unfolding for people and the journeys and and seeing the openness.
It's very, very enriching.
Transformations happening, and you get to witness all this.
Yeah.